I was actually responsible for communicating with the client.
Yes.
So let's talk about something.
When it all started going downhill.
Something that I've done wrong. I'm going to be open about this.
We're just a couple of business anchors. Welcome to the Business Anchors podcast. This jingle is slightly too long. This jingle is slightly too long.
My turn now. I want to talk about something that's massively, I think, has a massive impact on sales, and this is more to do with selling to your current customers and clients. So, if you're a service-based business like us, you've got a contract of a month, 3 months, 12 months, whatever it is, and you want to make sure you can extend that, or have that customer as an ongoing customer for a long period of time. Its customer perception is just as important as the actual work you're doing and the actual results. So for a long time, we've been working with Cameo Apples, one of our longest standing clients, for like 6 or 7 years, something like that now. And so long that I was actually previously responsible for a lot more of the work we did for Cameo Apples. When we first worked for them, we had a smaller team and I was much more heavily involved. And we're really lucky that Cameo Apples have been a very happy customer, and we've achieved great things for them throughout the years. And our kind of work that we've done with them has grown with Cameo Apples and with Knowlton. And we've been getting better results for them year on year, every single year, which is a great thing to say. But as an example here of this customer perception thing, I think it was last year or the year before, I was actually responsible for communicating with the client.
Yes.
So let's talk about something.
When it all started going downhill.
Something that I've done wrong. I'm going to be open about this. We were basically smashing it with what we're trying to achieve. So all the KPIs we had, all the things we were trying to achieve with the client, we were exceeding all these goals.
Reaching millions of people online, engaging thousands of people, helping to get stocked in top supermarkets. We were killing it.
So it's like, great, we've worked hard on this. We're continuing to do a really good job with this client, really happy with what we're doing. And we had lots of other stuff going on within the business. And because I thought we're by far exceeding all of our targets and stuff, in my head, I'm thinking,
brilliant.
There's, this client is just the happiest client ever. There's no way they couldn't be. And they were happy, but I was so focused on delivering that great work, and I didn't focus on communicating the great work that we were delivering. And that year, it actually resulted in them being less happy, even though we achieved far better results than the previous year. And this is something, luckily we have a very open relationship, something they communicate at the end of the year, something that could be improved. They said, firstly they said about communication. We're like, we'd like to know more. There was some periods of time where we didn't. And we also realized that from their feedback, they didn't actually realize quite how brilliant the stuff we'd done was, and quite how brilliant the results were. And I was thinking, how did they, why would they not be as happy as last year? We've
didn't make sense, did it?
Smashed it. And so can you believe it? You can be doing a better result or providing better services or products to your customers, and they can be less happy. And this is something we've realized over the past sort of year, and we've been continuing to try and do better on with our business. Not just giving the client what they want, but ensuring we have the communication in place so that the client's perception of what's going on is much higher. So, for example, you could be doing excellent work, but just a message here and there to say, oh, by the way, we've been working on this, this, and this. It's going really well. This has been challenging. We've worked hard on this week, but this has worked really well. I think then giving your customers a bit of a look inside the process. Oh, wow, there's been a few people working on this for us this week, and they're working really hard. And suddenly that customer perception is up there with the standard of work you're doing.
I think this is especially important for service-based businesses because your customer doesn't see all the work and thought process and energy and resource that goes into achieving that small thing that they see.
Yeah.
Like, some posts on social media.
Yeah.
or your account's being done. They don't see all the legwork and hard work that's gone in the background. So telling them that and talking them through that can help overcome that challenge.
We got this wrong. We thought better work, so better services or better products equals happier customers. And actually, that's not necessarily the case. You also have to work on the customer perception and what they perceive. Even if it is better work, better products, better services, the communication involved, it has a far bigger involvement than you'd necessarily think. And focusing on customer perception of your products or services make future sales so much easier. So the key takeaway here from me, I think about what you can do to improve your customers' perception, as well as maintaining that high standard of work or products or services you're delivering for them. So communication is the main one, showing the effort and the work that's being put in. Even if the results are brilliant, still communicating the effort, the hard work, the thoughts, whatever it is that's going into it. And also show them that you care. It's these little bits of communication that actually don't mean much shows that you really care. The small so from us as a marketing agency, I know that little personal messages from me to brand owners and things like that, where I actually say, I've just caught up with the team on last week's results. Great that we've started seeing X or whatever. And that isn't a strategy for me of like trying to do things, but that seems to be really, really appreciated.
So something we've been doing that I've noticed that I really like that the team do is sending little updates on Slack, even photos and stuff to clients, showing them behind the scenes, like in the studio stuff we've been doing. Like, today we had the shoot for XYZ. And it just keeps them in the loop. It's that communication part of like, look at this cool stuff we're doing for you behind the scenes. We're not just twiddling our thumbs here.
Example in messaging as well. So I've talked quite a lot about service-based businesses like us, but say you're selling products. So something that could communicate the effort and improve customer perception could be, rather than putting a note inside a package saying, sorry, our packaging isn't compostable, you could say, we're excited to let you know our team are working hard towards the goal of 100% compostable packaging. In the meantime, all of our packaging is recyclable. So that change in messaging, one just says, sorry, this isn't what we'd want it. And one communicates, our team are working really hard towards this goal that we think you as a customer will care about. We're not quite there. This is where we are at the moment. And that customer perception is completely different with those different types of messaging. So the second statement communicates the effort being put in towards what the customer wants.
Yeah. Love it. Just before you go, we want to take a second to talk about our podcast sponsors, Adobe Express. Adobe Express enables anyone to quickly and easily create standout social graphics, logos, flyers, banners, and more on the web and mobile. There are so many amazing features and benefits to using Adobe Express. You can choose from thousands of beautifully designed templates to inspire you and get started. You can quickly remove a background, convert JPEG to PNG, videos to GIFs, merge videos, change video speeds, and more. Apply your brand to your content in just a tap and collaborate with your colleagues through shared templates and libraries. You'll also get access to the entire diverse, royalty-free Adobe stock photo collection created by the world's best professionals and choose from over 20,000 licensed Adobe fonts, as well as their collection of curved typesets, grids, and exquisite font pairings. You can apply standout photo effects in seconds, discover easy bite-sized tips to get you started on the Learn tab, or connect on one of their creator community spaces to stay close to our team and fellow users. Now that's a lot of features to get your teeth into. Click the link in the description of the episode to give Adobe Express a go today, and we'll see you next week.